Well, good evening, everybody, and I want to thank you so much for taking a little bit of time to join us on this webinar here tonight. My name is Steve Schultz. I'm the president of field operations here at Send Out Cards. And you know what, guys? I'm just going to cut to the chase. We are looking for people that want to make some extra money, and I know that's a pretty bold statement to make, but plain and simple, I'm going to share some information with you that could literally change your life. And when you think about that, you sit back and go, you know, I've heard these kind of things before, but I'll tell you what, if you work this business on the side of what you currently do and your part-time income starts to exceed your full-time income, and most importantly on a monthly residual basis, meaning the money is there whether you're working or not, well, at that point, you would have the greatest problem in the world to have. And that is exactly what happened to me. Guys, let me tell you my story a little bit. It is amazing to me that I've been in this industry now for 24 years. And 24 years ago, when I was first introduced to this concept, I was a full-time school teacher. And I kid about it, but I'm serious. I was a dead broke full-time school teacher. I could not do the things that I wanted to do on a school teacher's salary. Well, when I looked at this opportunity, I said, hey, this is going to be a great way for me to supplement my teaching income. I never, ever thought that I would be doing this full-time. I thought it would be a great supplement, but after working my business on a part-time basis for about a year, and I'm talking 3 to 5 hours a week is also, it's not a huge time commitment. I don't want anybody to leave this call here tonight saying, man, what a great opportunity, but I just don't have time. Yes, you do. I worked at 3 to 5 hours a week, and after a year of doing so, my wife, Colleen, who taught first grade, she was able to leave her teaching position, and about a year and a half later, I was able to leave mine. Well, in that short 24-year period, guys, we built a pretty big group. We went out there and we shared this concept with just a few people. But here's the secret. We taught those people how to do the same. We taught them a very simple system, and we taught them and said, listen, just go share it with a few people that you know, and they went out and they did the same, and they taught their people to do the same, and they taught their people to do the same, and we personally built an organization of more than 170,000 people, and we've made over $17 million in the past 24 years. And guys, I look at this like we're just getting started, because every single day when we wake up, those of us that are already with Send Out Cards, every single day when we wake up, we have a chance to change somebody's life. And that is a pretty cool way to be able to live your life on a daily basis. And real quickly here, that's the opportunity that I want to share with you guys. Now, I probably don't have to tell any of you this, but we live in a really negative world. Yes or yes? Well, what we do here at Send Out Cards is the complete opposite, because everything we do here at Send Out Cards is really positive. Let me ask you this. If I could show you guys a way to get paid for simply being nice to people, would you be interested? Now, what kind of question is that, right? Those of you who maybe you haven't even heard the word Send Out Cards before, if you look at that question, you have to at least be intrigued. You sit back and say, if I could show you a way to get paid for simply being nice to people, would you be interested? And you're saying to yourself, well, I'm a pretty nice person. You know, I can get paid for just being who I am. And the answer is yes. And let me tell you a little bit about the company. Guys, Send Out Cards was founded in 2003 by our founder and CEO, Mr. Cody Bateman. Our international headquarters are located in Salt Lake City, Utah. And Send Out Cards is a member of the Direct Selling Association. Now, here's how Send Out Cards even came to be. You see, Cody's goal was to take the greeting card business, the greeting card and gifting business, from a traditional brick and mortar type environment. He wanted to move it over to an online click and order type environment, the exact same way that Amazon did for books, Netflix did for movies, and iTunes did for music. Now, if you take a look at those three companies right there, when you take a look at Amazon, Netflix, and iTunes, I mean, you're talking about really successful companies. I mean, multi-billion-dollar successful companies. And I had the nerve to put those three companies on the same slide and in the same presentation as Send Out Cards. Yes, I did. You know why? Because we are moving in the exact same direction. I'm going to come back to those three companies in just a couple of minutes. Now, let me ask you this. How many of you love to receive greeting cards and gifts? Okay, now hopefully you're shaking your head going, yep, that's me, that's me. Listen, doesn't it just make you feel good knowing that people are at least thinking about you? All right, let me ask you this. How many of you love to send greeting cards and gifts? Okay, I know I've got more people shaking their heads now because, guys, listen, your parents were right. It truly is better to give than it is to receive. You see, on average, we send about 10 cards per year. But with birthdays, anniversaries, special occasions, there's a need to send 70. So the question is, why don't we send more cards and gifts? Listen, if it makes us feel so good to do so, why don't we send more cards and gifts? Well, three reasons. Number one, it's inconvenient. Number two, we forget. And number three, it costs too much. Well, I'm going to show you here tonight with send out cards that it's unbelievably convenient. We are never going to let you forget an occasion, and you're going to be able to send cards and gifts at a fraction of the price that you would traditionally pay. Because here's what happens. Send out cards will remind you of your friends' birthdays, anniversaries, and special occasions. You're going to get reminders that says, hey, it's Tom's birthday, it's Lisa's anniversary, and all you have to do is go to your website, and you can click on the action item here, and it says send a card. So when you click on this reminder, it's going to take you to your card catalog where you can choose one of 20,000 pre-made greeting cards in any category that you guys can possibly think of. Now, you can grab one of these cards and you can change it. You can add your own greeting. You can make this card your own, or you can start completely from scratch, a complete blank card. And check this out. You can add pictures to it. You can even stretch this picture all the way across the page. Over here, you can add your own greeting. And check this out. You can even do it in your handwriting. Now, your friend is going to receive a very, very specialized greeting card through the Postal Service. Okay, this is not an e-card. It comes through the Postal Service. And the example that I'm showing you here, this card right here, is $1.42. And that includes the postage. Guys, that includes the stamp. So in other words, send out cards is convenient. We're never going to let you forget an occasion, and you are going to be able to save a whole bunch of money. Now, once you've created a card, okay, you have the opportunity to share this card on our new social media platform that we call Sincere. Now, Sincere works just like Pinterest, but for greeting cards. So in other words, you can go to sincere.com, you can click on these categories, and all these different categories pop up. And so whatever card that you're looking for in any category that you can possibly imagine, you can find right here on Sincere. And I'll be honest with you, all of these cards were created by Send Out Cards reps, customers and representatives. It took Send Out Cards about 10 years to create a card catalog that has about 20,000 cards in it. Well, with Sincere, we've created a card catalog inside Sincere of about 60,000 cards, and we did it in 6 months. That's how fast this is growing. So in other words, you can go to Sincere and you can pick out any one of these cards. You can change it. You can add your own personal greeting, but you can make it your own. Now, like other social media platforms where you can share it, you can tag it, you can like it, you can save it, you can pin it. But with Sincere, you can send it. And when you send it, you get paid. Now think about that. Pinterest isn't going to pay you. Instagram's not going to pay you. Facebook certainly isn't going to pay you. But with Sincere, you get paid, because here's how this works. Say you go back to Sincere and you're searching through and you find a card that you like. So you take this card and you click on this card. Well, when you click on this card, and this happens to be my most favorite card in Sincere so far. This dog is a rebel, isn't he? No dogs beyond this point, and this dog says, fine, I'm going to sit right here. All right? So you can take this card, and you can make it your own. Okay? You can change this greeting and do whatever you want. But watch this. On the left-hand side here, you have the ability to share this card onto social media. So let's say that you shared this card, this link, onto your Facebook page, onto your Facebook wall. Now, if one of your friends on Facebook happens to click on the link, it's going to take them right back here to Sincere. Now, if they take any action whatsoever, if they want to favorite this, if they want to collect it, or if they want to send this card, because they can send it, they're going to be prompted to set up a Send Out Cards account. And when they set up that account, that person becomes your customer. Now listen, you're not just sharing it with your friends. You're sharing it with their friends and 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 their friends. You get it? Guys, listen, the internet is not going away, is it? Okay? It is here to stay. And look at the power of the internet. Check this out. It took radio 38 years to reach 50 million listeners. It took television 13 years to reach 50 million viewers. It took the internet 4 years to reach 50 million users? Facebook. Okay, anybody want to guess? It took Facebook 9 months to reach 100 million users. And today, there are over 1 billion people using Facebook today. One of the reasons that we are so excited about Sincere and with Send-Out Cards is because we are completely transforming the greeting card and the gifting business. And when you have something like the internet here that literally connects hundreds of millions of people and collapses an inefficiency in the marketplace, you are absolutely unstoppable. And that is exactly what Amazon, Netflix, and iTunes have been able to do. Those three companies have collapsed inefficiencies in our marketplace. For example, with Amazon, the way that we purchase things today is totally different because of Amazon. The way that we buy books, the way that we buy literally hundreds of items has completely changed because of Amazon. So today, the revenue from a lot of things that we purchase today goes directly to Amazon. The way that we rent movies, totally different. Guys, the days of us going to a movie rental store are done. Because today, in the comfort of your own living room, using your remote control, you can go to Netflix and you can literally watch any movie you want to on demand. Guys, over 1 billion hours a month are spent on Netflix. They've completely collapsed the inefficiency in the way that we purchase movies today. So movie rental income is basically going to Netflix. The way that we purchase music is totally different today. You can't even find a record store today. People don't buy records. They don't buy albums. They don't even buy CDs. You buy certain tracks off of CDs today, and you do it through your smartphone. So the way that iTunes has collapsed that inefficiency, all the revenue from basically CD sales and album sales is going through iTunes. Well, with Send-Out Cards is doing the exact same thing in the greeting card and the gifting business. The days of us going to a store like this are done, because today, in the comfort of your own living room, you can create a card and you can hit send. Send-Out Cards will print it, stuff it, stamp it, and mail it for you for about $1.42, and that includes the postage. So in other words, what Send-Out Cards is doing is they are collapsing that inefficiency in the way that we purchase greeting cards today. Because guys, the days of us walking into a store like this and paying $2.99, $3.99, $4.99, $5.99, $6.99 for a greeting card are done. And the reason that you are on this call with us here tonight is because the revenue from the cards that are purchased should be going to you. It should be going to you, and that's why you're on this call with us here tonight. Now, I believe that Send-Out Cards is the perfect business. Why? Because this is a business where there's no inventory, there's no deliveries, we never collect any money from anybody, there's no risk. You guys, it's greeting cards and gifts. You can't really hurt anybody with a greeting card, right? There are no employees, and if there are no employees, there are no employers, okay? This is your business. Now, how do you get started? Now, I'm going to assume that every single person who's listening in on this call here tonight, you guys are going to use the service. Okay, so forget about becoming a customer for just a second. It's an absolute given that you're going to become a customer. Let me talk to you about becoming a distributor, because what's going to happen is that when you go out and you share the concept of Send-Out Cards with your friends and family members, we're going to pay you. We are going to pay you a ridiculous amount of money for something that you would do for free. Now, you can start your own Send-Out Cards business with a one-time, fully refundable application deposit right here of $50. However, if you want to take advantage of everything that Send-Out Cards has to offer, you guys get in at our MD position. It's called Marketing Distributor. There is a one-time setup fee of $3.95. Now, for about $1 a day, yes, I know it's a little more than $1 a day, but let's just say for about $1 a day, you are going to get everything that you need to go build a successful business, including a social media platform that we call Sincere. We're going to give you that for free. You're going to get your card and your gift sending platform, your contact manager, and your mobile app for free. Okay, everything that I'm showing you here, guys, you can do off the comfort of your smartphone. We live in a mobile world, don't we? So you're going to be able to send cards and gifts right from the palm of your hand. We're also going to give you your own social media business site that we call Social Sincere. We're going to give you that free for the first month. We're also going to include 100 points so that you can start sending cards and gifts right away. You're also going to receive 10 free customer accounts. Now, these accounts come loaded with 25 points and a couple of stamps. So in other words, what we want you to do with these accounts, we want you to give them away. We want you to let people feel the power of send-out cards, because we know that when people sit down, they create a card, and they hit send, they fall in love with it. And they're either going to become loyal card senders or loyal business builders. And most people do both. And so we're going to give you 10 accounts that you literally can give to people and let them feel the power of our product. You get unlimited picture storage, that's for free. Back office and marketing websites, that's all included. Plus training and customer support, that's also included. So guys, one-time setup fee of $395 gives you everything that you need to go out there and build a multi-million-dollar organization. Now, here's the simplicity of building a send-out cards business. Guys, when you start your own business here with send-out cards, and remember I told you this, you're your own boss. You work it as hard as you want to work it, but you're only going to do two things. You're going to sign up customers and sign up reps. That's it. Customers and reps. Those are the only two things that you will ever do in this business. Now, with those two things in mind, here's how you get paid. All right, let's just say, for example, that this is you. Now, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to go out there and activate 2 customers. Go out there and activate 2 customers, and if you do this within your first 7 days, you're going to receive a $50 bonus. Now, not a big deal, but it puts money in your pocket right away. Now, the key word that I said was activate. In other words, we're giving you 10 customer accounts inside your $395 package, right? Literally take 2 of those and go give them to somebody and light up those accounts. As long as 2 of those accounts get lit up within 7 days, all of the money is paid out. That $50 bonus plus everything in our compensation plan. So that's one thing you're going to do is go activate those 2 customers, and you're going to do it within your first 7 days. Now, the second thing you're going to do is you're going to show other people how to get started doing the exact same thing. So let's say you show these 3 people. Now, when these 3 people go out there and they activate 2 customers within their first 7 days, they earn 50, 50, 50. But because you brought them into the business, if they actually activate those customers within their first 90 days, which never happens, you guys, everybody's doing it within their first 7, because you brought them into the business, you get 140, 140, 140. You get $140 for everybody that you help get started in this business. Now, right there is your small business plan, because when you basically go do this, you're going to get promoted to the position that we call manager. Now, as a manager, everything stays exactly the same, except you make more money. Remember, the only 2 things you will ever do are sign up customers and sign up reps. So let's say you just got yourself promoted to manager, and you went out there and you shared the opportunity with 3 more people. Now, once again, when they activate 2 customers within their first 7 days, they get 50, 50, 50, right? But because you are now a manager, you get a $100 per person raise. So now you get $240, $240, $240. Guys, you get $240 for everybody that you help get started in this business. But watch this. These people that you just brought into the business, they have the exact same opportunity that you do. So when they go out there and they share it with others, who share it with others, who share it with others, every single person who comes in as a marketing distributor in your manager group here, when they gather their customers, when they activate those 2 customers, you get $100 per person. And these bonuses are paid to an unlimited number of levels. So think about that. What if 5, 10, 20, 100 people joined your group in a given month, and you were picking up $100 per person? That is big money, and that's just the first promotion level, because you can promote yourself 5 times. And every time that you get promoted, you make more money. The responsibilities are exactly the same, but you make more money. You can earn personally between $240 and $335 for everybody that you personally get started in our business, but you can earn between $100, and this is where the money's at, and $195 for every single marketing distributor that joins your team, whether you personally had anything to do with it or not. And once again, check this out. These bonuses are paid to an unlimited number of levels. 10, 20, 100 people. Guys, I'll tell you this. The biggest month that I've had to date, I had 1,280 people join my group in 1 month. 1,280 people in 1 month. Do the math, okay? Now, you can also earn, see on the bottom down here, up to 25% on all of the cards and gifts sent by all of the Send Out Cards users, whether they're customers, whether they're distributors. And once again, these bonuses are paid to an unlimited number of levels. Now, what does that mean? Well, guys, I'm going to give you a little example here. I just showed you what it takes to become a manager, right? You bring 3 people into the business, basically, right? So let's say that you promoted yourself to manager, and then you went out there and brought 3 more people into the business. And you taught those 3 people just to bring in 3. So you've got 9 on your second level. If those 9 people just brought in 3, you'd have 27 on your third, 81 on your fourth, 243, 729, and 2,187 on your 7th level alone. Now, if you added up all of these distributors, you would have 3,279 distributors in your organization. Not bad, because you were responsible for 6 of them. 3 of them got you to manager, and then once you became a manager, you brought 3 more into the business. That's leverage. Now, let's say that all of these people inside your group, they only gathered 3 customers. Themselves plus 2 other people they became preferred customers on a $31 subscription. That's all they did, is went out and gathered just 3 customers, themselves plus 2 others. Well, these are the percentages that you make on each level. So in this little example here, 3 who get 3 who get 3 who get 3, 7 levels deep, everybody just gathers 3 customers. Your monthly residual income, you guys ready for this, would be $27,448 every 30 days. Every 30 days. And my question to you is what did you do personally to generate over $27,000 a month in residual income? You became a manager, and you brought in 3 people. That's all you did. And those people did the same, who 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 did the same. And guys, that's what it would equate to if everybody went out and gathered 3 customers. Now remember, because you're a manager, you get $100 for every distributor that joins your team when they gather those customers. So you take 3,279 times 100, that's an additional $327,000 that you made in leadership coding bonuses if everybody went out and gathered those customers. Not bad. Now, does everybody on this call realize it is never going to work this way, okay? This is perfect geometric progression, and it's never going to work this way. Why? Because some people are going to get more than 3. Some people are going to get less than 3. But this is just an example of the simplicity of if everybody just went out and brought in 3. Now, guys, watch this. The greatest thing about our compensation plan is that it doesn't stop at 7 levels. Our leadership coding bonuses and our residuals are paid to an unlimited number of levels. I had to stop somewhere to give you an example, but you can fill in the blanks. What if 90% of this example doesn't work? Guys, you're still making over $2,700 a month in residual income with a 90% failure rate. There is big money in what I'm sharing with you guys here tonight. Now, here are the simple steps, because I guarantee there are some people on this call going, oh my gosh, I don't know if I can go do this. Yes, you can, because here's what you do. You take those 10 customer accounts that are included in your kit, and you give them to people. The people that want to become customers, sign them up. The people that want to become business builders, sign them up and work with them. And you go out there and you repeat that process again and again and again and again. Listen, we are doing business all over the world. You can send a card or a gift anywhere in the world. The places that we can do business today, millions of people will experience Send Out Cards and Sincere over the next few, look at my cursor here, you guys, the next few months, not years, months. Sincere is wrapping Send Out Cards around the world very, very quickly. This company is poised for massive growth, and it will become a worldwide household name. The only thing that's missing from this equation is you. Guys, that's the only thing that's missing. Now, when I turn you back over to the person who invited you on this webinar here tonight, you are going to fall into one of 2 categories. You are a 1 if you want to go out there and build a Send Out Cards business and get paid to teach other people how to do the same thing. If you want to become a distributor and get paid to show other people how to send greeting cards and gifts, you're a 1. You're a 2 if you simply want to become a customer. Guys, that's it. Either you are a 1 or you are a 2. Don't miss this. Don't miss this. Guys, if you would have known what was going to happen with Amazon, Netflix, and iTunes literally 10 years ago, you would have sold everything you have to be a part of those companies. You are in the exact same position here with Send Out Cards, and you don't have to buy the stock. All you have to do is involve yourself. Go out there and show a few people who will show a few others, who show a few others, who show a few others, and you can build an income as big as you can possibly dream. Bottom line is, we get paid to do nice things for people. Guys, that's what we do. We get paid to do really, really nice things for people. Now, I was on Facebook a few months ago, and I saw this. I saw this on Facebook. I saw this one slide on Facebook, and I said, oh my gosh, I have got to use this in my presentations. I think everybody's probably familiar with Richard Branson, Virgin Atlantic, Virgin Galactic. I mean, this is the guy that is selling trips to outer space. And his quote was, if someone offers you an amazing opportunity and you're not sure you can do it, say yes, then learn how to do it later. Guys, I love that. I love that quote. I absolutely love that quote. You don't have to know everything. We will teach you everything you need to know about this business. Now, I'm going to end with this because I guarantee you that there are some people on this call who are listening here tonight, and they're saying to themselves, this is amazing. This is crazy. But I don't have $400. I mean, I don't have $400 to get started in a business like this. Hey, I'm just being real. I'm just being realistic. And I promise you there are other people on this call that are saying, this is crazy. You can make that kind of money by showing people how to send greeting cards and gifts? That is crazy. But I don't have time to do this. Kids are, it's the holiday season. Winter's just getting started. The kids are in all these winter activities. Hey, listen, this sounds great, but I don't have time to do this. I'm just being real. I'm just being realistic. Please understand this. Nothing great has ever come from somebody who's been realistic. Nothing great has ever come from somebody who's been realistic. You guys, I promise you this. There have been people on calls like this who have sat here and said, this is crazy. This is amazing, but I don't have $400. But you know what? If I don't do something, I'm never going to have an extra $400. There have been other people who said, this is crazy, but I don't have time to do this. But you know what? If I don't do something, I'm never going to have the extra time that I want. And so you've got two groups of people facing the exact same objections, and one group of people, and listen, I know you think you're doing the right thing. You're just being realistic, right? But one group of people says, you know what? I have to do something. So they make the complete opposite decision as the other group does, and they go out there and build an unbelievably successful business. Here's what I'm going to ask you guys to do. Just be a little bit unrealistic. It's $400 for Pete's sake. What if it works? What if it works? This company's been around for almost 12 years. We've created, oh my gosh, I don't know, 14, 15, maybe 20 millionaires with our compensation plan so far. This thing works in a big, big way. I got this from a good friend of mine, and she basically said, guys, if not now, when? If not now, when? Take a chance, make a change. Take a chance, make a change. No change is ever going to take place unless you do something different. And if you take these two sentences, the only difference between these two sentences are the T and the M and the C and the G. That's the only thing that's different. And if you take that T, that stands for take action. The M means make a plan. So you've decided to take action. You're going to come up with a plan. The C means make a commitment to that plan. And the G, get going. You guys, we will help you every step of the way. For Pete's sake, this is as hard as we work. This is as hard as we work. We have got hundreds of people on this call with us here tonight. We are reaching people literally around the world, and we did it in 30 minutes. My job was to give you the information. It is your job to act on it. It is your job to act on it. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to turn you guys back over to the person who invited you on the call, get all of your questions answered, and let me be the first to welcome you to Send Out Cards. Thanks, everybody. Have a great evening.